excited? Did you learn something new? Right? Are you excited to get in your kitchen? Yes. So now you know you got to have everything that I talked about tonight? Yes. You know, did you highlight a lot? Those kind of questions. They're like, yes. I go, okay, great. And there's 3 ways that you can get our products. The first way is as a customer, right? You can get as much as you want tonight, right? Now, I want you guys to do me a favor and tell you about specials. Does anybody like things that are free? We all love things that are free, right? Who wants to get something free?
Me.
And they go, me. And I go, okay, well, first let's talk about what you can get for if you spend $60. And I go through the guest special, okay? Then, for those of you, how many of you are using the $100 basket? Anybody use the $100
I do.
basket?
Yep.
A lot of people use the $100 basket. Then I like to give a bonus if they spend 100 or even 100, and sometimes I bump it up to 120 depending on how things are going with the crowd, right? Like,
Depending on what neighborhood I'm in.
I can bump that up a little bit. And I'll give them an extra bonus for spending 120. And if, you know, it's just stuff that we have, that we buy off the outlet, you know, we have from the past, and they can come and pick from the basket, right, and pick out something if they spend $100 or $120, okay? And then I'll say, all right, now, how many of you are like me and are a mannequin shopper? And I'm not manic, but mannequin. Like, you go into the store, and the first thing you do is you stop and you look at the mannequin. Is that anybody in the room? Right? Okay, now I want you to keep your hand up. I want you to look around the room. There's a handful of those people, not the majority. But I need these people, because these are the ones who are going to spend $300 and $400 and $500 at my show. I'm going to give them permission to spend. Okay? I go, all right, go back to page 34 and 35 in the catalog. Those are your mannequins. So here's what I do. I go into the store and I stop at the mannequin and I look and I go, and I start looking, oh, I like that. And then I start adding up. How much would it be? If that clerk could just come over and go and whisper in the ear, I will give you the earrings and the necklace to match if you will get everything that's on that mannequin. I'd be like, done, I'm up at the counter, let's go. 5 minutes, in and out, and I'm ready and done and shopping. I don't need to go into the dressing room. I don't need to do anything else. For those of you who are mannequin shoppers, would that not work for you? Yes. You'd be like, done, I'm out of here. So here's what I'm going to do. My 2 mannequins tonight are the deep covered baker set. If you buy the deep covered baker set, you're automatically going to get what? Pizza cutter. I always say, you spend $60, what are you going to get? I make them tell me, because I want to know they're listening, right? I get the pizza cutter. Okay, great. And if you spend $100, what are you going to get to do? Pick from your $100 basket. So now you're going to get 2 things, right? But I know with that deep covered baker set, you're gonna have everything you need pretty much. You've got the baker, you have the salad chopper, so you can chop up your pork, you can chop up your chicken, right? You're gonna have the pasta fork, so when you make your pasta, you've got the proper tool. You have your cookbook, plus I'm gonna email you my 80-page cookbook, right? That's gonna completely change your life. And then you have a spice. But there's one thing I told you could do with this baker that all of you are going to have to do at some point in time, but you don't have a tool for it. Does anybody remember what that is?
Wash it. Oh.
To cook your hamburger meat, right? Because you got to make it from frozen. Everybody runs into that issue, guys. When they get home from work and they go, I'm going to make tacos, where's the meat? Crap, it's in the freezer. And then they're like, call Pizza Hut, right? And go order pizza. Because they're like, I don't know what to do with the frozen meat. So I tell them, you know what? If you buy the deep cover baker set, I'm going to give you a mix and chop for free. So you're not only going to get a pizza cutter, you're going to get pick $100, you're also going to get a mix and chop for free. It costs me hardly anything by the time I'm done putting it on the host order, getting the 30% discount, making my 33% on it for commission. I pay this much. You see where I'm going? Okay? But all of a sudden now, they're like, oh, done. Like, that's the earrings and the necklace. Like, I'm done. I'm at the checkout. Okay? Then I say, for those of you who saw the grill pan set, you've got your grill pan, you've got your press, you've got your grill cleaning tool, you've got your spice, you've got your chef's tongs. But there's one tool that you have to have in order to be able to cook the chicken just like I cooked it tonight. Does anybody know what that is?
The meat tenderizer.
The meat tenderizer. Now I realize this is a $28 item. But here's my thought on it. And this is what I tell them. I go, I realize this is a $28 item because I want them to know I'm getting ready to give them a free $28 item. But here's what I know is going to happen. You're looking at that set and it's $215 and you're thinking, okay, I'll buy it. She told me I need that meat tenderizer. But maybe I'll get the meat tenderizer at somebody else's party. You don't actually know when the next party is going to be or even if you're going to be able to make it. Or you may have your own party and it may not be for 3 more months. You're going to get that grill pan and you're going to get it home and you're going to make chicken in it. but it's not going to come out exactly the way mine did because you didn't flatten your chicken like I told you to, right? And your husband's going to eat that chicken. He's going to go, this chicken tastes like garbage. Like, this chicken doesn't taste any different than the way you made it before. And you just spent how much money? Right? I don't want you to be able to use that pan without having a meat tenderizer to flatten that chicken to have the same experience and taste that you had tonight. So because of that, I'm going to give it to you for free. Right then, I see people go, done. Like, they're like, I'm in. But here's the funny thing I find. They don't buy just the grill pan set. I think I've had one person ever just write grill pan set. They go grill pan set, deep cover baker set. You know, they keep going. Like, it's $275, it's $300 that they spend. Because as women, we don't want to put one thing on the list. We need at least, oh, come on now, something else has got to be on there. You can't just have one thing, even though in the one thing there's 5 different things. That's not how they see it. So for me, it cost me a little bit of money, not a ton, because again, I put it on the host order, make commission on it, right? It cost me a little bit, but guess what happens? Those people will rave at the next show. They will help me sell every single person in that room on a grill pan. And I know I've got them forever, right? It gives them permission to go ahead and spend $215. Now you notice there's only about 10 people who raised their hand. Those people in the room are now going to spend $200, $300. I like that, right? Because you have people in the room who are spenders. Give them permission to spend, okay? Then I go, okay, now how many of you are like my best friend who are a sales rack shopper? Raise your hand. Like you walk in and you immediately go to the sales rack. Come on, raise your hand. Like half the room's going to raise their hand, right? This is almost everyone else. And then usually somebody won't raise their hand and I go, so you just don't shop? Is that it? They're like, oh, no, I just didn't raise my hand. I'm like, okay, everybody raised their hand. Normally, everyone in the entire room at that point will raise their hand. And I go, you know what, ladies? Here's your sales rack. And I pop it out. And I go, see, now you get to go straight to the sales rack. And you can pick out items for free. You can get items half price. This is a great chance for you to get our cookware at a 50% discount. Right? Has a lifetime guarantee. Why would you not want to do that? You can't go into Williams-Sonoma and go, excuse me, I would like your 50% off sales rack item, right, for cookware. It's not going to work, okay? Then you can get the entire rest of the catalog up to 30% off. There's not a single item you're going to pay full price for at the close of your show. This is a great sales rack, is it not? You get free shipping, and then each month you get a 60% off special. And this is usually when I'll bring in the past host, and I'll say, so Amy, tonight, you're going to be able to get the baker for $34 because, Michelle booked from you. And when you have your party, right, when you have your party, you're going to be able to take advantage of next month's 60% off item. Maybe it's the, whatever the upcoming special is, okay? And then, of course, Michelle, you get to take advantage of every single 60% off item for everyone who books a date with me tonight. And I say the words, tonight. Because I don't want to leave and have to make any phone calls. I'm busy, they're busy, no one has any time. So I say tonight, okay? And then I go, this, savings continue, right? And then, of course, I'm going to make this as easy for you as I possibly can. I bring the food, you bring the friends, and it's simple. You're going to get a wonderful free shopping spree. Michelle, don't you think this was an easy party?
Fabulous.
Right? And they always go, oh my God, this was the easiest party I've ever done. Right? That's always what they say. I go, great. So all of you who like sales racks, I'm sure all of you are going to be hosting a party tonight, right? You're going to pick your date tonight. And then I go, but the best way, I think personally the best way to get our products is to do what I did tonight. Now, I told you at the beginning of the demo that I didn't cook when I first started this job. Do you guys think I cook pretty good now? Right? It's amazing what Pampered Chef can do for you. But this business has done way more for me than just teach me how to cook, okay? I'm a visual person. Clearly, in how I do my demo, I'm a visual person, right? So I'm going to share a little bit of what this business has done for me and what it can potentially do for you, okay? So 9 years ago, I quit my corporate job. My sister passed away, everything kind of changed, and I decided I was going to stay home with my kids. And so this business has allowed me over the last 9 years to be with my family. My biggest motivation is this little face right here. He's my 4-year-old. This is actually 2 years ago, I think, or last year. I need to update the picture. Every day, I get to be with him. I can't tell you for any of you, how many of you are working moms? When you are away from your kids and you're working all the time, it's tough. I was blessed to have a second chance. And I am so thankful for Pampered Chef that I get to be home with this little beautiful boy every single day. So this is my main reason I love what I do, because my family gets to come first, okay? The second thing is that my husband, this is one of his favorite things. You guys won't know what this is, but I mean, you might. But everyone in San Antonio does. We only have one grocery store, like a chain, called H-E-B, okay? And I go, does anybody know what this is? And they all start laughing. They go, oh, it's an H-E-B receipt. I go, we have like 1,700 of these in my purse, right? Because they give you like this really long receipt, right? I go, the reason my husband loves us so much is number one, I learned how to cook. So we stopped eating out. I'm cooking at home more. That sure makes him happy. And the other reason he loves it is because it's a great tax write-off. Every time I try a new recipe, right, up to 2 times in a year for my accountant, I can write off my groceries. You gotta love that. What business can you write off the food you feed your family? It's a winner, right? The third thing is this one, and I thought this was one of my faves, because, does anybody know what this is? Yeah. Wrap it around your luggage, because we all have black luggage, and this one will help you know this one's yours. Because at the Pampered Chef, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy traveling. But we never really could afford to travel, nor did I have the time to travel when I was working in corporate. But with Pampered Chef, every year I get a chance to earn a trip. And I have, just so you guys know, when I wear my apron, I have all of the trips that I've earned all over my apron, okay? So at that time, I have them embroidered in. So at that point, I kind of walk around so they can see it, and I go, you guys, I have been all over the world. I've been to Vienna, I've been to Paris, I've been to London, I've been, you know, to the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, I've been to Hawaii. My favorite, I will tell you by far, my husband and I, was the Mediterranean cruise that we took last year. My husband said at the very end, he said, I could die today, and that was a trip of a lifetime. I mean, it meant that much. Waking up in Italy and looking out the balcony and seeing that I was in Italy was breathtaking for me, because it was one of the biggest dreams I've ever had, was to be there. And I got to be there. And it was all paid for by Pampered Chef. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my husband at the end of the year gets his choice is a turkey or a ham. I get a trip. Who has a better job? Right? I will take the turkey or the ham. I will take the Mediterranean cruise. I don't know. I'm picking that. So if anybody likes to travel, just know that is a great thing that you can do, you can obtain with this business. The fourth thing is products. Now, for you guys, the funny thing is I don't bake. I told you that, right? So for years, I always had the pastry cutter in here, and then it got banged around so much it was like starting to kind of fall apart. I was like, oh, I guess I need to change that. So this was one of the products that I had. So I don't really care what the product is. So I'll say, how many of you are, you're addicted to the Pampered Chef products? Every season you got to have all the new stuff. Like, you just keep buying stuff. How many of you have a list right now about $500 for the stuff that you want? One of the best ways you can get our products is by being a consultant. We earn all of this for free. In the first 4 years of my business, I earned over $6,000 worth of products. I stopped counting at that point because it was insane. My kitchen's full of Pampered Chef. My mom's kitchen's full of Pampered Chef. My mother-in-law's kitchen's full of Pampered Chef. It also makes it great and more inexpensive for Christmas, because now everybody gets Pampered Chef for Christmas. Things that I've earned, and now it doesn't cost us any money, okay? So if you love our products, this is a great opportunity for you. But I will tell you, probably the best thing, and probably the most surprising thing, was that I could actually earn an income with this business. When I first started, all I needed to make was about $100 to $200 a month, and I think that's about all I made, because that's all I really wanted to do. I wanted to lay by the pool, I wanted to hang out with my kids, and I really didn't want to work. After about 6 months, my husband said, you need to make more money. Now, why is it that I had to make more money? I've always wondered that. I've never asked him that question, like, he might get mad at me, but I was like, okay, fine. So I ended up, ramping up my business, right? I needed to make $3,000 a month. I was able to do that in about 6 to 7 months of getting focused and working hard. So I went from a paycheck in the beginning to a couple $100 to quickly, making about $3,000, right? And then over the course of the last 9 years, but because this business is so flexible, as my husband, when we had we had big layoffs in San Antonio when the economy changed, he lost his job twice. And I was able to increase my schedule. We stayed perfectly fine financially. We actually got ourselves completely out of debt, which I was never able to do when I worked in corporate.